Hi, my name is Mary Mangiapia, and in this video I'm going to show you the tools and strategies I used to bring our Bio 2 Biodiversity Lab online for the summer. This course is a hybrid between asynchronous and asynchronous class format. So what that means is our students meet with their TAs each week in Blackboard Collaborate Ultra, and they view a live session where they're able to interact with the other students and with the TA. The students also complete a series of activities that are done asynchronously within the modules. So I'm going to jump into the modules and show you some of the tools that we use in this course. The first one I'm going to show you is Labster. During a normal face-to-face semester in our prokaryote lab, we would have the students complete a gram stain. Because we're online, we're going to do this virtually. Labster is a virtual reality platform that can also be run in a web browser, which is how we're using it. USF has paid for access to all of the Labster simulations, and they have quite a variety of them, so hopefully you can find something for your class. Labster behavior is just like a regular assignment, so you can control how your students access Labster and when they can access Labster, and you can also control how that assignment interacts with the gradebook, so you can set points and due dates and things like that. I'm going to jump into a Labster simulation just to show you what it looks like. So this is our gram stain simulation. Because I'm in the middle of the simulation now, it's probably not going to let me do a whole lot, but it'll show you the quality. You can see right now I'm in a fume hood, and we've got some chemicals and lab equipment here. In this simulation, the students take a sample from a patient with bacterial meningitis. And they perform a gram stain, and the simulation covers the theory behind it, as well as quizzes the students. So this little drone floating here, this is Dr. One. She guides the students through the simulation and helps answer their questions if they get stuck. So once the simulation is running, we don't have to do a whole lot with it. The students can guide themselves through it. Considering we had nearly 300 students this semester, we had very few technical issues with Labster. So this is definitely something I will be using in future semesters. I'm going to jump into our next tool here. And the next one I'm going to cover is the Jove videos. I mainly use these with our plant labs, but they have a wide variety of content. Jove are basically curated videos. They're higher quality than, say, a YouTube video. I'll play one real quick for you.
Plant life on Earth consists of non-vascular, seedless vascular, and seed plant.
Now you can see this video is animated. Not all of the Jove videos are. Some of them are live action. I do have these embedded in Canvas side by side. You can blow them up so they're full screen and they're easier to see. You'll also see that they're closed captioned. So that's nice for our SDS students. The Jove videos come with a series of questions, so you could quiz your students on them, on the content of the videos. I'm not doing that this semester, but it's something I'm considering for future semesters. So these were easy to embed into Canvas. What I did find is I was unable to embed them in PowerPoint presentations. There may be a way to do it, but I'm not sure how to. So now I'm going to show you a tool that is relatively specific to this class. We are a biodiversity lab, and so I want the students to have a biodiversity project. In this project called iNaturalist, iNaturalist is a citizen science platform. It's hosted on a website and a free app. We have our students download the free app, and the app allows them to take a picture of any wild organism, be it a plant or an animal, and the app will tell them what it is. It will ID that organism. The student then uploads the photo to the website, and the citizen science community on iNaturalist will help them verify their ID. So I'm going to jump into iNaturalist here. I happen to have a course page created. You don't have to use a course page, but it works well for us. You can see our students here. Here's the observations they've submitted. And even with a smaller class, we still have over 1,300 observations. And our students have observed over nearly 500 species. So we generated quite a bit of data in a relatively short time with a smaller class. Sort of the unique thing that happened this semester, because our students are quarantined, is they were taking their observations at home or in their yards. So a lot of the species we're seeing are in urban areas. So this has been sort of a neat trend for this semester. I'm going to jump into an observation just so you can see a little more clearly what I'm talking about here. I'll just click on this one. This student observed a butterfly. So this is a queen butterfly. You can see the student took a couple pictures of it. They submitted a short description. You can see where the observation was taken and when. And you can see down here, other members of the community verified this ID. Sometimes these are just other casual users of iNaturalist, and sometimes these are world-leading experts in their field. So it's a really unique group on there. If you click on the observation, it gives you almost limitless information. Anything you'd want to know about that organism is on here. The taxonomy, information about the organism. There's links to curated websites that can tell you more. And then you can also see where this organism is commonly observed by iNaturalists. So this is a really neat biodiversity platform. Other courses on campus have started using it. And interestingly, we even have another course that uses the data from my class for their own course. So it's a really neat tool to use. I'm going to jump back into my class here and show you one more tool that I've been using. And these are our dissection kits. I believe we are the first class at USF to use dissection kits. I worked with the vendor Carolina Biological to create custom kits for my course. The kits, we mail them out to the students. Carolina does. The student goes on the Carolina website and submits a voucher code, and the company will send the kit directly to them, so I don't have to deal with any shipping or anything like that. The kit contains everything the student needs to do a dissection. So it includes 2 organisms, a squid and a crayfish in our case, all the dissection tools, and the personal protective equipment. I worked very closely with Innovative Ed and Environmental Health and Safety and Dr. Jocelyn Algren at the University of Florida to design this project. I believe that dissection skills are important for a core level bio class, and I wanted my students to have that experience. The big key with designing this project was safety. So we guide our students. We created a series of videos. These were professionally produced by USF with a production crew. And they walk the students through everything from unboxing the kit to what will be in it, to setting up their workspace, dissection safety, cleanup and disposal, and then we have videos on our project pages that actually walk through the dissection of each organism. So we show the students how to do everything and give them tips on how to do it safely. These videos were very nicely made, and show you one real quickly here.
Hi, I'm Mary Mangiapia.
You can hear me again. These videos were closed captioned with Kaltura, so this is another tool that's available to you. When you're designing your course for online, you want to make everything as SDS compliant as possible, so these videos are fully closed captioned through Kaltura. If you're considering using dissection kits for your class, there's a couple things to consider. The big one is safety. We talked a little bit about safety. The unique thing with working with Carolina Bio is that they provide insurance on their kits. So if the students are using the kit as instructed and they happen to cut themselves or something, we are covered under Carolina's insurance. That is not something that a vendor commonly includes, but Carolina designed these kits. They were actually designed by university professors with distance learning in mind. So their kits are very high quality and they're designed for the students to be at home, and this whole structure is meant for a distance learning format. The other thing to consider is cost and scalability. Our kits are on the slightly cheaper end. They're about $50 per student. Some kits at other universities may range to over $200 a student. It really depends on what the kit is and what is in it. You can use kits that aren't dissection kits. There are kits for physics courses and chemistry and microbiology that universities across the state are using. The final thing to consider is scalability. My course, because it will be so large this fall, it is looking very unlikely that Carolina will actually be able to produce enough kits for my 900 students. So I'm unfortunately going to probably have to do another project this fall. But if you're running a smaller course and want to give your students the opportunity to have a really hands-on experience without having to come to campus, these mail-out kits might be something you would like to consider. So if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks.